Hello. We are here for Tuesday night sprints. We are here. I feel like just from behind the scenes, these may be chaotic this evening. Just bear with. But the three of us are in a state. So I don't know what tonight's going to hold, but it's going to be fun. That's for sure. It's going to be a good time. Just before we get started, I am here with the lovely Neva and Nicole. And if you are not subscribed to either of them, the links are down below. So head down, do the things that I highly recommend that you do. We're going to go around, say what we're doing. If you want to introduce yourself, you can, but both of you have been here quite a few times. So don't feel obligated. But we're going to do the things. But before we do that, if anyone has not seen Neva or my stories over on Instagram, I highly recommend that you do, because an announcement for a readathon that will be happening in October has just gone live. And if you are ready, if you are not a horror reader, which I am not a horror reader, and then I pulled in Neva and Crystal because I was like, I want friends. I've decided to have a smutty October with my friends. So if you are ready to have a smutty October with us, it's a very chill readathon. There's really no rules except that we're going to read smut and do a group monster smut read. really all it is. And we're very excited about it.
This low-key readathon is going to be, I can just feel it in my bones. It's going to be so chaotic.
The chaos energy is going to be so high. Have you seen our group read? The man has tentacles. Okay, we've really gone.
Speaking of this, I did make some merch. I have one more design that has to go up. I believe the Smapression design is already up, but I'm also going to make a Smaziety one as well. So that is smut and depression together, and smut and anxiety together. So if you want some merch,
also, all of the fun for the readathon is going to be where we're discussing everything. It's going to be in the Besties Discord. So if you're not in the Besties Discord, the link to join the Besties Discord is also on my Instagram, and I can pop it in the description, not in the description, in the comments during the first sprint. Now that we are here for all the smutty Octoberness, and I've announced that because it just went up, and I was like, oh, I'll talk about it on sprints because,
why not?
Why not? Also, you here. Let's go around. What are you doing this evening, Neva?
I am filming episode. I don't know why I'm calling it episode 2, but I am. I'm filming episode 2 of Reading Like Jan for a week. This has become a trend on my channel, apparently. I don't know. I put 50 books on a spinner wheel, and now I'm just spinning the wheel, and the wheel picks the books. It's a chaotic good time. So for that, I'm listening to Don't Tell a Soul. It's like a YA paranormal thriller. I don't know. It's kind of creepy, to be honest. It's creepier than I was expecting it to be. But it's good. And then also, obviously, I'm making Ari's dinner right now, but when I go back upstairs, I will work on my Harry Potter. I think it's called Flying Friends or something. I don't know. But my diamond painting for Drills and Chills, I'm working on that.
The square one?
No, we have retired the squares for now. The squares have been rolled up and put back in the closet, baby. Thank God. But I bought
I just knew. I was like, no, it's the ones with the rounds.
That's why I wanted to ask, because I know that it's gone into the naughty corner.
I still have 5 kits that I can work on that are rounds, and I'm like, okay, now you need to really pay attention to what the hell you're buying, because me and squares. Listen, the square one might come down on Thursday when I have to come down here and craft in front of the family. It's ridiculous. That's therapy for you. Because at least then, it'll be more spread out. But as of right now, they're in the closet. I can't even look at them. Yeah. Squares are the bane of my existence. I tried.
That's okay.
I don't blame you.
And that's
Nicole,
why I recommended to Brittany to do round ones. Because
Definitely start with rounds.
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna live in the world of rounds because I am positive my OCD cannot do squares. Like I am positive. Like I just know this. I just know this. I know my person. I know who I am. And I just know.
If you know who you are, then stick with round.
I know who I am. And I just know that I will put myself into a whole issue trying to line up those squares. Like I just know this about me, and I just know that I can't. It's supposed to be fun, and that will take the fun out of it immediately.
It will. Squares are definitely the thief of joy from your craft.
Right. Yeah, and it's supposed to be a fun activity. So like, no squares up in here. No, thank you. Nicole, what are you doing this evening?
Well, I've actually had, even though I woke up at 4:30, I did go back to sleep. After I thought I missed sprints, obviously. It's nice to know that I'm thinking about you in my sleep. But anyway,
I love it. I love that we reached that level of friendship.
Anyway, the cat ended up jumping up on my bed at 6 o'clock this morning, and I finished off Marple, the 12 stories, which is absolutely brilliant. It was like watching a little mini like TV show, the Marple series, and that was like watching that. They were so well done and well rounded, and it's always a bit iffy when you get other authors that do stuff and try to take away from.
Yes, I felt like most of them really kept to the feel, like they did what they do, but still kept to the feel of a Marple story.
Yeah,
which I appreciate.
Most definitely. So if anybody hasn't read this and likes Miss Marple, this is a great little read. And the stories are pretty quick too. And then so the wheel spun that up, and then the wheel spun up Sherlock Holmes. So I'm staying in the mystery genre. And this has got 12
really stories Victorian mystery.
Yeah, please. So that's what I'm going to be listening to today, and also doing some diamond painting, which are round, not square.
I am going to attempt to edit on these sprints. Now, I have not edited. I got a new computer a little while ago. It's a much nicer computer, so I feel like it can stream and edit at the same time, but we shall see. We'll find out. I
managed to do that the other day. On mine, I streamed, edited, and uploaded while I was streaming because my internet is fixed after all this time.
Oh, finally! I am not going to attempt to export or upload while streaming, but I am going to attempt to at least edit, and then when I get off, I can do those things. Because my video for tomorrow, not ready, not even slightly ready. I think I've edited one clip out of like 10. So we're nowhere near the completion of that. So that's more priority than reading.
I'm working on Northern Hemisphere days this week because my video that's supposed to go up today at 7 o'clock this morning is not done. It's not even been looked at. I don't even know if I have all the finishing bits done. So I'm working on Northern Hemisphere. So for me, it's Tuesday night.
I love it. Well, you are on Tuesday night sprints, so it's just you're
exactly
fitting right in. Fitting right in. But yes, so I'm going to attempt to. If it causes problems with the stream, then I'll switch it up to reading because I have a lot of books for Pongathon to read, and also for my Saturday vlog that is not done yet. So I should be reading, but I also need to edit, It's like whack-a-mole over here, to be honest, for the channel at the moment. I'm like, what's the biggest priority? Okay.
If we see the sticks come out, we know that you're choosing. Maybe put all your things that you need to do on the wheel and let the wheel speak and take the choice out of it.
I mean, at this point, I'm just kind of going in chronological order of like what needs to be done first.
Yeah, that works too.
Today, I didn't accomplish all things. It's fine. Everything's fine. Let's jump to the comments and see who is here. We have ML with the first comment. Yay, ML. Glenda, hello. I'm so glad you are ready for the sprints. We are so glad to see you. Hello, Steph. Hello, Ollie. Glenda's saying hi to everyone, and everyone's saying hi back. Then we have Lexi, who's making dinner during the first sprint, also listening to my neighbor's kid repeatedly set off the car. I mean, that's a mood. That's a mood. Vampires are spooky and smutty often. I know. I'm very excited because
That's the first thing I thought too. It was vampires. Here I come.
Seriously. Well, this is how this started. Is I stumbled down a rabbit hole on the internet, which is never safe. And it introduced me to the concept of horror smut. And I went, well, that might be the kind of horror I do like. And then it just spiraled from that point. And I texted Neva and I was like, what does it say about me that I'm Googling horror smut? And she said, it says that you're my friend. It does.
Oh, that just comes in, thumbs up, keeps walking.
She's like, I did. Here for the chaos. Yes, you are always here for the chaos. We appreciate everyone who is here for the chaos because tonight, I swear, we are all in a state. So I have no idea what these Tuesday night sprints are going to be like, but we're going to have fun. Hello, Mel. And thank you so much, Lexi, for putting the link to the Discord in here for me. I appreciate it so much. So that is where all the Smuttober talking about will be happening. There's panels set up for Smuttober in there. So it's very
I'll have
laid
to
back.
get an invite link off you and put it in my sprints on Friday as well. I'll pin it to the top
I'll send it to you on Instagram so you don't have to hunt it down.
Okay, cool.
But it's very low key. There are optional prompts, but really it's just read smut. Like that's the goal. It's very laid back. But you're going very laid back with it. Hello, Jen. Finished Cemetery Boys. Going to try and get through more of Queen of Shadows. That's a chunky one. Reading the Book Haters Book Club by Gretchen Anthony. That is on my TBR. I hope you're liking it. Hello, Ro. Hi, Zoe. I feel like I haven't seen your lovely face in forever. I need to drop in on one of your lives just so that I can see you. Hello, Dr. B. How are you? Reading All the Sinners Bleed by S.A. Cosby. Nice. Oh, we have more manga recommendations. If you were here on, I think, Thursday or last Tuesday. I don't remember what day we were talking manga, but we were talking manga. Oh, it might have been Friday for...
It was Friday during
24 hour
Friday, 24-hour sprints.
Friday during 24-hour sprints.
Yeah.
All last week is a blur. Witch Hat. I'm not at Adelier.
Hello.
It was so cute, and the art is fantastic. Hi, Ari. How are you?
Hey, Ari.
Hello.
I have to duck off for 5. I've just got to take my daughter to work.
No problem. I'll see you when you get
I'll
back.
be back if I can get my mouse to work.
Told you we are so here for the chaos today. Love the square diamond painting I'm doing right now, but the rounds are so much faster. Yeah.
I love the look of the finished product of the square diamond paintings that I bought.
Mhm.
What I don't love is trying to make them straight. Okay? No. Absolutely not.
Will we have recommendation videos? Yes.
Sure.
I love how we're both like, yeah, that makes sense.
We have nothing planned. So if you want things, let us know. But you want recommendation videos? Sure.
Done. Absolutely done. Hello. Reading Jillian's Grave Blood Moon because apparently I haven't read enough steamy stuff this week. Well, you were in the right place because I don't think you can read. I don't think you can ever read too much at all. Patiently waiting for an Amazon package 3 stops away. Oh, that's going to be there soon. I love waiting for stuff that I forgot.
By the way, I put it in Nicole's Discord in her Crafty Corner section. But if anyone was here on Nicole's live last Thursday, because I was on with Nicole last Thursday instead of on my own channel, I ordered a lava pen diamond painting. We won't talk about how much it cost me. It's basically the rest of my budget for diamond painting this month. It was very expensive. Okay, it was like $75. But it's Sailor Moon and it has like lava, things like a lava lamp. So the stuff moves in the middle of it.
Ooh.
It's gonna be like 2 weeks before it gets here, but I'm so excited.
That sounds so fun. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Hello, Stacy and Steph, reading A River Enchanted and enjoying it so far. Hi, Kay. Michelle Yeoh's new Agatha Christie movie looks so good. I actually didn't know this was happening, so I'm going to be checking that out because I love Michelle Yeoh and I also love Agatha Christie. So I will need to for both reasons. Started reading Leslie Jones' memoir called Leslie Effin Jones. Leslie Jones was a cast member. Yeah, I know who Leslie Jones was. Leslie Jones was also what's the movie? My brain's left. In 10 minutes, I'll remember. And then
I have no idea. I know
like,
Leslie Jones from Saturday Night Live. So
it'll come back to me. And in 10 minutes, when I shout a movie title, just I'll remember why. Just listening to an audio while working on Granny Squares. Thank you so much. That helps the
algorithm
live and all the things, the algorithm, the channel. It helps so many things. So I appreciate it greatly. Yes, I'm so glad Nicole's internet is back because that was a saga for poor Nicole. Hi, Taylor. Reading A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon and almost done. Have about 40 pages left, but also have a migraine, so taking it easy. I'm so sorry you have a headache. That is no fun. I hope that you rest and feel better soon. Hello, Jean. I feel like I should be taking a nap. 2 Fights by Nikki Castle. It's starting to lag. Oh, that sucks. At 65%. Needed to be edited, less pages, and to get it close to 500. That makes sense. Some books definitely could use a good paring down at times. Thank you. We've gone full fall on this channel. We are embracing the fall. Making chili and cornbread for dinner. Oh, that sounds amazing. Finally able to make it to the sprints from London. Well, we love having you. Hello, hello. Need to post some books that you've been finding on Discord. Want to know? I will post because I sent Neva and Crystal about 6 options for horror monster smut for the group read. I obviously didn't pick. We only picked one, but I'm open to doing more unofficial group reads of those books. So I will make sure to put them in the Discord.
And by the way, if y'all don't like it, don't tell a small person because I put them on a wheel and Ari spun for the group read.
Oh,
so
I mean, none of them are high class books. So like,
that in public?
they really aren't.
No, they were really not. Oh, 2 stops now, so close. Half the time Amazon will show up here and I'll be like, why are they here? Because I've forgotten that I ordered something. Like,
I also do this, even though they definitely send me notifications that are like, your package will be here tomorrow. Yeah. Well, by tomorrow, I forgot that I ordered a package.
100%. I also can't believe it's almost Thanksgiving. I can't believe it as well. And yes, for us in Canada, it's almost Thanksgiving. Lots of hellos for Ari. Thank you so much.
Kay said hi to you, and also Jean.
And Jean. She's so cute. Right? We don't mention it in front of the small person. But also, I think the small person did a very good job and picked a good one.
Yeah.
So I'm happy. Like I said, none of them were like the best book you're ever going to read. Like we're here for a live reading it online, fun time.
We're here for a good time, not a long time. You know what I'm saying?
We're here for a good time, not a quality time. Not what we're here for. Going to grade 14 things, then maybe get my planner set up for next week, but also did start Blood Marked this week finally. For how much I love Legendborn, that took me a long time. You know what? I actually find I take longer with books that I liked because I'm nervous that the sequel or the companion novel won't live up to the first book.
Mel, I've had Blood. Y'all gave me Blood Marked almost a year ago. Have I read it? No. Mr. Reading with Neva, he read both books back to back. Me, I read Legendborn like last year. I've read Legendborn 4 times. And been like, after this reread, I'll read Blood Marked. I still haven't picked it.
Right on. Yeah. It's fine. It's all, you will eventually get to it. It's totally fine. And this was the movie I was thinking of, Ghostbusters. Thank you.
Oh, I didn't even watch that. I didn't see that movie.
Yeah, it was okay. Like, it was pretty good considering it was like a remake of the original, you know?
Yeah.
Just downloaded the group read on KU. Yes, and all the ones I'm pretty sure that we were considering are KU books. So I will post them in the Discord during this next sprint because we can do a couple unofficial group reads too.
Yeah,
No
me
problem.
personally, I'm probably if y'all want since y'all want recommendation video, I'm probably only going to do Kindle Unlimited recommendations because those should be easy enough for people to find, and then you don't have to buy these like 50 to 150 page books that are not of good quality. Like unless you choose to go buy it,
or have like one smut scene that's just vanilla.
Right, because I'm not saying that I won't like go buy some of these like to have on my shelf or something like for like Halloween decoration purposes. I'm just saying like I wouldn't want people to go. I'm not gonna go buy these books until I read them.
I won't be. I'll be getting the KU ones because like even to buy a Kindle one is like can be up to $15 and it's only got like 100 pages in it. It's like how rude. Like.
I'm not trying to spend that much on a novella, bro. Like, I'm just not.
Yeah, it's so true. And I will be reading also a couple of contemporary, like smutty contemporary romances during the month as well that I have on my bookshelves. I know Icebreaker's going on my TBR, and I know that's quite smutty. So it's not just going to be like I'm focusing on all forms of smut, but like if I'm looking at like weird monster smut, it's definitely going to be a KU version.
KU has Kindle Unlimited is not Kindle Unlimited. Kindle Stuff Your Kindle Day is happening on the 20th of September. Yeah, so excited. You might be able to get some of your smut books then.
I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm literally going to be at work downloading Kindle books on Stuff Your Kindle Day. And people are gonna be like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm gonna be like, please mind your own business.
Also, might I add that I have definitely not read more than 2 from the last time Stuff Your Kindle happened.
I've only read 1. The only one that I've read from the last Stuff Your Kindle Day was Bloody Princess. I got that one on Stuff Your Kindle Day.
I did download during readathon. That was when I read them as well.
Yeah, I probably downloaded a good like 50 plus books. I have the list on my phone still because I was going to film like a Kindle Unlimited, like what I got on Stuff Your Kindle Day, but then I got so pissed off after trying to do the collections video that I thought I was filming and I wasn't filming, then I had to redo it. I mean, it's one of my most watched videos, even though it's only 2 minutes long. Someone literally just watched it last week. Like I was like, oh, I guess this was good value. But I want to attempt to do like a reading the books I got on Stuff Your Kindle Day vlog.
Yep.
This time. So I'll make another list of like what I got. But yeah, I've only read 1 and that was Bloody Princess.
It's fine.
I missed out last time, so I got none.
They're there for when I need them, really.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Jean also read 1, but I need to go back to this comment because I don't know what we're talking about. What do you want us to read that's unhinged?
I think it's called Unhinged.
Well, is it called Unhinged?
Hold on, I'm looking it up right now. I think she's saying it's door smut. I think it's called Unhinged. Door? Like, bro, if they're having sex with a door, I'm reading this. I just want everyone to know.
I'm gonna need to know the author, but I'm assuming it's the one that's just. Oh yeah, never mind. I found it. Vera Valentine. This has to be it. There's no way that's a different one.
This has to be it.
An erotic door romance. This has to be what I'm supposed to look up, right? Yeah.
Okay, I have to read this. That's a very nice looking door, to be honest.
It's
a really
what,
nice
Alicia?
door.
You are a long-time subscriber. If anyone can make me read this, it would be you.
I'm reading this. I don't even care. What the hell?
I don't think we'll read it live on the internet.
It's only 71 pages.
Oh, well, we could. It might just be me and Neva because it's hard to nail down everything. Seriously.
Wow, the synopsis of this is ridiculous.
And when I said at the start of these sprints that they may be chaotic, this wasn't exactly what I meant, but Here we
Can
are.
I read? Can I
We're
read the
24
synopsis?
minutes in, and this is where we are.
You have to read the synopsis.
Brittany, can I read the synopsis, please, Lord, out loud?
I mean, what's in it?
Nothing crazy, but it sounds crazy. You're fine. Sit
I
down.
mean, go to town.
Okay, so it says, danger's come a-knocking. Someone's been watching Tana closely. I'm just going to say her name's Tana. I don't know. But he's a lot closer than she realizes. From intimate moments to lazy afternoons on the couch, he's secretly seen it all and fallen for her along the way. This is ridiculous. The problem is that someone else is watching too, and his obsession with Tana is a lot more dangerous. When a man claiming to be her front door enters her dreams to warn her about an imminent threat to her life, Tana initially chalks it up to her weird late night snacks. What are you eating? Okay? But she rethinks things when her earnest visitor insists he's also ready to protect her in exchange for one hell of a favor. When Tana trades her best line of defense for an unlikely supernatural ally, the threat lurking beyond her apartment hallway starts getting desperate as the law closes in. Can her inhuman companion save her from the worst of humanity, or is it too late for both of them? Content considerations. Unhinged is a paranormal romance story that involves a human woman getting it on with her front door, which later turns into a guy. This story contains ... a lot of stuff that would probably land me on the naughty list with bots from our benevolent overlords if I went into detail in this blurb. Please peek at the look inside for a better idea of what to expect. Cool? Winky face. And I'm now downloading this because I will be reading this book. It's only 71 pages.
Potentially live. No, probably not live. But we'll make a Discord where we can like do our thoughts in the Discord or something.
Oh, I'm gonna have thoughts.
That's what I mean. We'll make a thread. Also, there's another one Dr. B put in a quote from, and I think that we've hit the end of the comments, but I think Neva should dramatically read this.
All right, give me 1 second. What are you talking about? The groceries?
Because I feel like your interjections really brought a lot to that.
It brought a lot to the story, right? It really made you want to read it, didn't it?
Read.
My God. Okay.
That Dr. B put in. No, read the comment that is currently on the screen.
When Ashley tossed the big fat cucumber in her shopping cart, oh my God. She intended to put it in a salad, but the grocery monster had another place in mind. I bet they did.
I'm gonna start.
Is that the whole synopsis?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, look at the cover. Is this by Fanny Tucker? It's gotta be.
Probably. It's gotta be.
Look at this cover.
I can't see.
What was it called again?
Sure.
Hold on. I start it so we could come back to it during the next.
Okay, there's more to this synopsis. Do you want me to read the rest?
No, we're gonna do it. We'll do it on the next sprint. We'll come back with it unless it's short.
Yeah, each chatty bit needs to have a over dramatized synopsis reading by Neva.
Okay. It's short. Okay.
Go ahead.
I already read the first part, which was the cucumber part. I'm not rereading that ever on the internet. Yeah. Living a pampered life in a high-end New Orleans condo, Ashley Dubois has little to complain about. But when a chance encounter with a wild-eyed homeless woman leaves her haunted by a voodoo curse, the trophy wife will face a voodoo demigod that will manifest himself in Ashley's bags of produce, meat, and bread as a creature out of her strangest nightmares. Then the grocery monster will make her steamiest dreams come true, and we all know what's going to happen to that cucumber. This 5,700 goddamn word short story contains strange and explicit content. 45 pages. What are we reading?
I'm done. I'm so done. This is the funniest thing, and this is what Smuttober is all about. Yo, this is it. This is it.
Smuttober will just be y'all giving us suggestions and me doing dramatic readings of the synopses.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we've been talking for 30 minutes And
Oh
I completely lost the plot, but I hope you're all enjoying it. Tuesday Night Sprints has already gone off the rails, but here we are. And you know what? I'm loving it.
I can't
thanks
believe I
for-
read that about a cucumber on the internet.
You're welcome. The Discord link is I'll pin it because it's somewhere up higher in the
Oh,
chat. I'll pin
God.
it during the next but let me pull up the timer. We're going to use the kitty today because I'm nervous of trying to run a YouTube video and edit at the same time and stream. Like I felt like that was probably one too many things for the computer to do. So I was like, I'm pushing it. I'm pushing it at that point. So the chat is I love you guys.
Stacy said they're embarrassed for the authors. Me too.
I really
I'm kind of embarrassed for myself that that's now on the internet for everyone to see me reading these synopses. But truly, this is probably going to be the whole of my October. So
you can do a new segment, Neva's Naughty Bits.
Let's go. Don't worry. I will when I do my recommendations video, I will make sure to do some dramatic synopses reading.
Please do.
Okay,
I can start my day off with them because I usually watch your videos first thing in the morning. So
you'll have a good laugh.
Yeah,
you have a good laugh. Okay.
That's good.
I'm so excited for Smuttober. If this is what it's going to bring to my life, this is going to be so fun. Okay, but we are going to sprint, and I will see everyone in 45 minutes. Hello. We're back. Let me put the timer away. Can everybody hear me? Because I'm not sure if my mic worked when I took my headphones out. Okay, good. Because I took the headphones out that I was editing with, and my computer was like, "You no longer have a mic," and I was like, why? I was like,
I'm here. I'm just getting dressed.
totally fair. Totally.
The whole this is not OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? No, they can't see me.
It's not neighbors' naughty bits.
The chat
Not
prior to this may suggest otherwise, but it
Right.
is not.
This is
Hello,
No.
everyone. We're back. How did the sprint go for either of you? Whoever wants to throw out their thoughts first works for me.
I got another Sherlock Holmes story read, and I'm into my third one. So that I was quite surprised because this was written in the 1800s, obviously, by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Yep.
But the narrator has actually changed the dates that have been mentioned to the 19s. And I'm wondering if that was actually an accident that they didn't pick up because it was 1890 and he said 1990. And I actually picked up the book and went, hang on, that can't be right. But
I wonder if a later edition has different dates.
Well, I went and had a look, and the actual print says 1890 in here. So, yeah, I was like, I wonder how much more is going to change in that, because I sort of didn't want it. This was published in 2022.
Mm-hmm.
And it had 2022. So maybe they've changed the dates. The narrators changed the dates as they're reading it.
Maybe. I had one audiobook because I find some audiobooks are not always exactly the same as the written text I have, but there was one audiobook that I read where anytime there was a color description, the color was different. So if it was a red coat in the book, it was a blue coat on the audiobook. And I was like, why did we make these choices? Like, it doesn't change anything, but like, why are we changing all the colors in the book? Like, it was very strange.
That's weird. That is just weird.
So strange. And I was like, I don't know why we made these choices. Like, why?
Well,
why?
I'm guessing that when audiobooks, when they do an audiobook, they're not expecting people to be sitting down and reading along with.
Yeah.
So
but a lot
they can make it. Yeah. I read a book last year or at the beginning of this year. I can't remember now. Oh, no, it was the beginning of this year. It was Iola Leroy, which is a classic. And in that, when I was listening to the audiobook, you know, when something's redacted in a book?
Yep.
They actually said redacted, where normally they wouldn't. If you're reading or like listening to an audiobook and reading along, they wouldn't actually say that. And it was doing my head in because there was so much stuff that was redacted in this. And I'm just like, oh my God, stop it. But yeah.
This is hard for my brain.
It wasn't coping at all.
Yeah, I can understand. I would be the same way. We did have a couple people join during this sprint. And for those who have joined, welcome to the chaos. This is the most chaotic Tuesday night sprints could ever be. And I hope you enjoy. Hello to you. Sorry for being late. I was FaceTiming with my sister. No problem. Have had a whole chat about weird smutty books that I'm just going to skip over to catch up. But if you want more information on those, it's there for everyone. My Amazon package has arrived. Nice. We love this for you. And we also
Mine
have
arrived
Amy.
yesterday. Sorry. Mine arrived yesterday. I got part 3 and 4 of the Thursday Motor Club.
Oh, nice. Yes. My book 4 just I shipped out today. Like I got the email saying my pre-ordered book 4 shipped out. So that's exciting. I still need to read book 3, but it's exciting. Book 4's on its way. Everything's fine. Hello, Amy. I know. I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. We need to have you on Tuesday night sprints soon because I miss your face. I'm glad that everyone can hear me. I was not sure, to be honest. Hello, Lexi ate dinner and got to 55% in Jackal. I'm going to be reading Jackal soon. Are you liking it? Was productive that sprint and finished up my work assignment. Awesome. It's OnlyFans. It's only books. I like that. Read 26 pages. Read 13 pages and got my kids ready for bed. Nice. Ate dinner and got to chapter 8 in Harry Potter and about halfway through my 9th square for today. Amazing. Hello, Zena. How are you? What a weird change to make.
Mm.
It's so weird. It
Yeah.
was so odd. For both.
And
the dates and the colors. Like, neither of those make any sense.
No, that's right. Like, why change the date? Like, we know that this book was written in the 1800s. There's no need to change the date.
No.
And the color, well, that's just plain out weird. That's just trying to mess with your head.
Just like, why? Like, why? Why? Updated my TBR cart today. That's always so fun. Switched to my fall stickers in my planner sticker section. Also updated my reading planner and reading Fury Song tonight. Oh, I need to continue in that series stuff because I loved Fireborn. So I need to pick up the next book. Got to page 144 in A River Enchanted. It's really good. This is on my TBR. It looks really good.
It's on my TBR too because it's by the same author that wrote Divine Rivals.
Is it?
Yes,
How did
and
I
I'm
not know
literally, I think it is because I'm pretty sure that's why.
I just somehow didn't connect that.
Because I literally want to read everything in her backlist.
Yeah, well, you love Divine Rivals. Even with our chaos over here, we managed to finish that grading. Yes, I was watching the chat because I was editing and then I'd come back to see how much time was still on the sprint to see like, oh, am I running out? And I'd see all the new chat and I'd be like, oh, we've really lost the plot tonight. But I love it. Jackal so far is a top contender for the best 5 books this year. Wow. I love this for you.
Who's the author of this one?
Aaron E. Adams. And
it came out last year. I read it last year. I gave it 5 stars.
Yeah, it was one of the Goodreads. It was in like the top 10 for thriller horror on the Goodreads Choice Awards last year, which is when I found out about the book. And I still haven't read it yet, but it's very fall vibes because it's like the, thriller horror. I always pick those up in the fall. So I'm going to be reading it as my 200th book this month. Or next month, whenever I reach my 200th book, because I let Ari choose my 200th book because I didn't want to choose. So I held up the other day. I just stood in front of Sprints and held up books and said, Ari, pick. And that's what Ari picked. So that will be my 200th book. I'm on my humor game tonight. We love it. We love it. Doing a small journal entry. Nice. Hello. It's going well. We're having a chaos night, to be honest, because we're all a little bit tired and crazy. And we just announced a Smuttober readathon, and it's where it is what it is. So I hope you're here for the fun and the chaos. Although I feel like this sprint we're doing a bit better. Like we came back a little bit more calm.
I had some food, grounded me a little bit.
Yeah.
Way too much coffee this morning.
This is definitely
you. Are you in a craft room? Oh my God, yes, I am in a craft room.
I was like, this is definitely not directed at me.
Yes, this is where I hang out all the time. So yeah.
Nicole has a craft channel as well, so
yeah,
if you want to check that out.
Divinely Design Studio.
Speaking of Divine Rivals, I have live sprints on my channel planned out for a reread before Ruthless Vows come out. Nice. I will definitely be checking that out because I need to read this book. I haven't read it yet.
I'm going to do a reread. That book is the best book I've read all year. I don't care.
I need to read it. Like, I really
like
do.
Divine Rivals beat out Magnolia Parks, and we know how I felt about Magnolia Parks.
You really liked Magnolia Parks. I feel like I haven't read any of the most popular books of the year. Like, I'm just
I'm right there with you, Brittany. I haven't read any of them, so I hear about them. Like I think about Little Thieves, Divine Rivals.
Well, I did read that one, but I haven't read Divine Rivals. I haven't read Magnolia Parks, and that one did its run through.
No, I'm not going to sit here and not eat dinner and then have a food.
I haven't read Flawless, and that whole series by Elsie Silver has just taken the booktubes by the storm. I haven't read it yet. Maybe is Flawless smutty?
I mean, it's contemporary romance. Like there's sex in it, if that's what you're asking.
Well, I'm just wondering if it's.
I didn't find it particularly. I mean, for me, like I feel like my smut meter is broken anyway. But like for me, it wasn't produced. I mean, there was sex in it, but it wasn't like.
No, that makes sense.
Right.
I feel like ours is pretty similar though.
It's a contemporary romance book. So I mean, there's like I think maybe 2 scenes where they're getting it on, but it's not like.
Yeah.
So how does one know that their smut meter is broken, Neva?
Because when people are like, is there smut in this book? I'm like, do you mean like just like run-of-the-mill sex, or do you mean like
here's
down
the truth,
time up? You know what I'm saying?
Is when
to me that's smut.
Yeah, right, and cowboy or cowgirl, whichever way you go.
Like it's got to be like for me to tell you that there's smut in a book, unless I know like what your parameter for smut is, right? Because some people's like parameter for smut is like 2 or 3 spicy scenes in a contemporary romance, which like is fine and great, but that's not my parameter. Like when someone asks me if a book is smutty, like when I think of smut, I think of like not vanilla. You know what I mean?
Yep, I do. Here's my judge of when your smut meter is broken is when people are posting books on Instagram and saying they're 5 chili peppers, and then you read them and go, this is 2 chili peppers at most.
Or if you've already read the book and people are saying it's 5 chili peppers, and I'm like,
no, it's not 5 chili peppers.
We clearly didn't read the same book because I don't remember any of that happening.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. Yeah, I just was wondering, like, how does one? Then mine's obviously broken as well because I've read some books and gone, there's no smut in this. This is not smut.
Or if someone says that a book is 5 chili peppers that you either read or then you go read it, because sometimes that happens. I'll read it because I'm like, oh, 5 chili peppers. Then you read it and you're like, you could never actually read. Turn it down. A 5 chili pepper book.
No, you would die.
Like, if this is your parameter of 5 chili peppers, you could never.
True. This is true. What crafts do? You do cross stitch and diamond painting and quilting.
You know better than trying.
So my day job is I am a long arm quilter by day. So I have a big long arm machine down there, and people send me their quilt tops, and I put the 3 layers together. My hobby is diamond painting and cross stitching and anything else that comes my way. And I also make homemade items for people, such as handbags, project bags, all that sort of stuff. So a lot of accessories for people and whatnot. And this is my job. This is actually what I do. And BookTube and YouTube is all part of that. I had to split my BookTube up because I used to talk about books on my craft channel. But then some people were like, oh, well, you know, you're talking more and more about books. I'm like, yeah, all right, I get the point. So I just split the channel. So I've got over 30,000 subscribers on my craft channel as of this week. So yay, another milestone.
Amazing.
Yeah, I woke up and I went, oh my God, I'm at 30,000 people are watching. No, this can't be right. But yes, they are. And I'm really excited. It's been a lot of hard work. But yeah, last year I decided to come over to BookTube, so I'm building again, which is a lot of fun. It keeps me entertained and all that sort of stuff, and I get to meet lots of lovely people in the comments and hang out with you guys as well, which is great. And read tons of books, which I love to do. So yeah.
The Chestnut Spring series was in my Amazon package. Nice. Your accent is one of the most Aussie accents ever.
Yeah, I'm a little bit bogan.
Neva thinks non-human. I think
I
this
mean,
is
you can have smutty human, like there's human smut too.
there is.
I can't when you say like the love hypothesis is the one that comes to mind. People
No,
like
that's
talk
not
about how
Peppery.
smutty Allie Hazelwood is. Like she's no.
No.
It's
true.
But like, because then when people are like, "Oh, you read Emily McIntyre," and I'm like, "Yeah," which that is smutty. Like usually there's some kind of like degradation or like true hate to love. Like there's something in there that makes it feel, you know, like in Hooked, like he was tying her up and stuff. Like that is smut, bro. Contemporary romance usually for me is not smutty. Usually I read contemporary romance in between the smut.
Yeah,
Because there's still sex.
I do want to say though, for Smuttober, you can certainly read contemporary smut. Like,
oh, of course
totally.
you can. You can read. You can
It
read
does
whatever
not have
you.
whatever smut is to you.
Yeah, whatever smut
does
is
not
to
have
you.
to be-
Truly.
It does not have to be monster smut or door smut or any weird smut if that's not
Oh,
your
I'm
jam.
definitely reading that door smut. I might read the grocery smut too.
I mean, we will.
I added them to my list. How sad is that?
Because to be honest with you, they both. I don't even think that they're supposed to be horror, but they sound horrific. You know what I'm saying?
They fit.
Yeah, especially the door one because it's like paranormal. Well, I guess the other one's a demigod.
Yeah, this is
yeah.
great.
My smut meter is.
There's no judgment here. You can read any form of smut that you are most comfortable with. For we judge no one. And if you want to read door smut, we also don't judge you for that either because we're also reading it. So we are equal opportunity here in the smut world. The chili pepper scale it's really arbitrary and it doesn't make any sense because there is no set like this is what lots of congratulations to Nicole for hitting 30,000 subscribers because that is amazing. That is so amazing. I would agree.
It's still very surreal that it's happened. Like I'm just like, you know.
Yeah. My reference was your quote. I prefer my smut human. I remember this. You said that, and I went.
Truthfully, most of the time I do. I mean, I have exceptions. Like I do enjoy Ice Planet Barbarians. It's just that I haven't always had the greatest luck with like monster smut. Like sometimes it just seems so ridiculous to me. Like with Ice Planet Barbarians, at least, like yes, technically they're aliens, but they have human-like traits. You know what I'm saying? Like, and with some of the monster smut that I've read, they don't even have human-like traits, and then I'm just like, this feels gross to me. Like, it doesn't, like, it's not intriguing. Like, I don't care to read this. Which is why I made the comment about preferring human smut.
It's like that, I think it borders on bestiality, and that's just
that's what makes me uncomfortable.
I definitely want it to still have some sort of human. Like if you look at the group read, he has tentacles, but he is a man. Like
he's clearly a man, and that's fine. Like you can be a monster
entity attached, and like even the orc smut, like it's a human-like orc. If that
he's a very it's clear. It's clearly like a fairy tale world that we're reading in. You know,
exactly,
which is totally fine, but I don't want to read where it's like he's a monster who's like me love sex or some shit. Like I don't want to read that. Like it's weird. Like it's I don't know. It just makes me uncomfortable.
Allie, I still read smut
that you have a line.
Conversation I'm so sorry. This is not how Day Sprints usually goes, but
here we are.
I'm so sorry. I apologize in advance. I don't know what this means. Does anybody know what we're talking about? I feel like if I would have noticed when the comment came in, I would know, but I can't. Unfortunately,
no
Allie, I don't know what the comment is referring to. Still scared from a court of nightmares and that Choose Your Own Adventure book. I think I need to stick to human smut. That's totally there. I saw that book. I don't think I am. Clearly,
No.
No,
because I don't know what we're talking about. So
no,
clearly,
I'm
I'm not.
clueless as well.
Let us know what it is, because clearly I'm missing a plot point. Okay, we are at the end of the comments though, so let me pull up the cat. Neva, are you off to work?
Yeah, I am gonna have to leave you during this sprint.
Mm-hmm.
Will I be reading at work? I don't know. I might listen to this audiobook at work because it's very creepy. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, I'm not gonna be able to listen to this in the dark. And I'm not easily scared. But we're talking about dead girls and ghosts in houses and stuff. It's very weird.
Hi, Hannah. I just noticed Hannah popped in and I wanted to say hello.
But yeah,
and this
so
is
I may listen. We're not having you're not having fruit. Stop.
October has really made us just lose our minds tonight, and we're apologize. On Thursday, we will be back to our regularly scheduled programming. I promise.
Oh, I will be on with you on Thursday though. I've not decided if I'm going to do sprints on my channel on Thursday or if I'm going to do no, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
What
anyways,
what are you going to
say? Well, Thursday I'll be on sprints with you at noon. That have to be a craft in the public. But I've not decided. Sit down. I've not decided if I'm doing sprints on my channel. I think I might move my Thursday night sprints to some other night. Because I enjoy being on sprints with Nicole on Thursdays.
Cool. Yep.
And I can't be at two places at once. Okay.
Well, you can if you're on my channel. You're on to the craft channel.
Do you work on Mondays? Oh, because Monday night is a very empty night for sprints.
If I didn't work on Mondays,
I think Storm Reads is about the only one that I know of on a Monday night, but they're only usually on for a couple of hours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I work Monday, my 8 to 4 as we do.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna probably put up like a poll or something for a different night. I am bringing back my Saturday morning sprints, the ones that are like midnight. But I'm just not doing them this week because I will be. Well, I'm going to a wedding, and I could be home before that, but I don't want to do it.
Here we go. Lexi has sprints on Monday nights, and so does Stacy and Steph.
Vanessa, has Vanessa because Vanessa Dr. B actually has a spreadsheet with everybody that does sprints.
Oh, okay. I need to look at that.
So Vanessa, have you got Lexi on your list? I've only just learnt about this in the last couple of days, so
I'm usually not available on Mondays, which is how I don't notice. But
cool.
Yeah, I'm not available on Mondays, but I'm gonna figure out.
It's on my
somewhere.
I love it.
I'm gonna figure out a day to do sprints. But if Nicole will have me, I'll probably join Nicole on Thursday.
Always welcome. Always welcome. Anybody's welcome.
Because honestly, it's just more fun to craft with Nicole on Thursdays.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. I'm so glad.
As we craft and read, it feels like it's become part of my routine. Like, I get actually sad if I miss them. So I'm probably going to move my Thursday sprints to a different night.
Awesome. Well, I'll be happy to have you come and craft with me all day. That's fine. Always up for some company.
And if you aren't subscribed to either of these people, because I know Neva's heading off during this sprint, both of them in the description box. Subscribe to the people.
Sit down.
Christina's just saying that she sent the link to that database in my Instagram, so I will forward that link to both of you.
Yes,
yay.
Please. Thank you so much. That would be great. I might actually even just add it to the Discord, because that would be a good place to have it.
Yeah.
Then people know when.
Yeah. I'm impressed that you put that together, Read with Dr. B, and thank you for putting it together.
Truly, that means that you scoured the internet. I'm just saying.
Truly doing the Lord's work. Thank you so much.
Like, you really had to look for that.
Literally. That's so much work. Hello, Carrie. reading the Starless Sea. We are just about to hop into our next sprint, but thank you so much for joining, and I will see everyone in 45 minutes.
Have a good night, Neva.
Bye.
Yes, I'm at work. Hello.
Hey,
How was that sprint for you, dear?
I almost got my section for yesterday done on my diamond painting, and I read
Nice.
another and a bit of a short story from Sherlock Holmes, which I have never read Sherlock Holmes before. I don't know why. I just never have. And I
Mhm.
really like it. So I can see more of Sherlock Holmes in my future, I guess.
Nice. I love
Yeah.
that. I haven't read Sherlock Holmes in a very long time. I think school was like university was probably the last time, but I liked the ones that I read, so I would definitely consider picking it back up again at some point.
It just astounds me how unobservant, if that's even a word,
Mhm.
that Watson is. He just doesn't notice anything.
No. Absolutely.
How
he does not.
is he a doctor? I thought, being a doctor, you would have some sort of observational skills, but
You would
not
think.
so much. Not so much. Yeah.
Not at all.
That's
I've
good.
gotten to 21 minutes of edited footage.
Awesome.
I don't know how much I've cut, so, but we're down to 21 minutes of that part is done. I've edited 21 minutes and I still have 2 clips left to do.
Yep.
So, yeah, like I have about 10 minutes of footage left. So,
Oh, that's not too bad.
yeah, I should be able to finish in this next sprint. In theory.
Very
which is good.
productive. No reading,
So
but
there will-
still productive.
Right. So all I will have done tonight is edit, but that's okay because it needed to be done. I still need to make a thumbnail. But I did take a picture for the thumbnail, so making it half done if you've taken the picture. Maybe?
Yeah, that's it. That's half done. It's
That's
only like another 4 hours trying to work out what to put on there.
That's girl math for you. It's fine.
Yeah.
So we have someone who wants to guess where you are from in Australia, if you're open to that. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're open to it, Allie. We also had Christy join us. No worries. And I'm so glad that you got rid of your headache because headaches are the worst. Starting My Heart is a Chainsaw. We have Kelsey. Hello, dear. Got up to 57% in Harry Potter 3 and was about to start the 4th book of the Mind F series. Read 2% of Tribute by Nora Roberts. I'm at 76%, hoping to finish tonight. It was good. I did some drawing. Nice.
Awesome.
I will say, normally on Tuesday nights, we do 4 sprints. We're only going to do 3 tonight because I have a very early appointment tomorrow morning and I need to get some rest before that.
No, that's fair enough.
So normally we do 4. This week we're only going to do 3, which means we still have one more. So we're not done, but we normally do 4. But this week we're not. Got to 56% in Jackal and Ate a Brownie. Lovely.
Yum.
Went on TikTok and YouTube most of the time and had dinner. I love this for you. It's always good to just like sit back, relax, watch some BookTube, scroll some TikTok. The one thing with TikTok is I am the worst at like not realizing how much time has gone by. Like I can lose so much time with TikTok and I'll be like, how did that happen? Where did the hours go?
That's why I stay off it.
I'm glad they have like you can set your phone to like tell you when, you should get off, like a time limit because it's necessary.
Yeah.
Read 21 pages and had a snack. Well done, everyone. We're all doing so good. No, it's not the last sprint. We're going to do one more. One more. Only 26 pages of My Heart is a Chainsaw, and right now it's a little confusing. I'm sorry to hear that. I've heard that if you love thriller and horror and slasher like movies, the classics, you'll love this book because it has a lot of like references.
Who's the author of that one?
I could not tell you who. Christy, can you tell us? Because I don't know, because I am certainly not a horror person who would know the answer to that.
I thought it might have been Stephen Graham Jones, is it? No.
Well, it could be. I honestly don't know.
Because he does a lot of pop culture references, and it is
Mhm.
Stephen Graham Jones. Oh, look at me go!
There you go. See, I have no idea.
I'm taking that.
I'm the one. I'm like horror. I don't know. I don't pay
got
attention. I don't-
last year, booktuber Amanda from Reading and Writing Life, I think her channel is. She got a whole heap of booktubers to read Stephen Graham Jones' entire catalogue. And she asked me to do it because I'd never read anything from him before. So I was and there was one other booktuber as well. I can't remember their name though. And so I read Night of the Mannequins and Demon Theory. And Demon Theory is set up like a slasher film, but 3. So part 1 is the first one, second one, and third one. I was so confused through the entire book. And it wasn't until I got, I think, to the last chapter part of part 2 or the first chapter of part 3 that I went, I finally get it. Like it took me all that time to work out what the heck was going on. And but Night of the Mannequins was really good. Like that was like your typical 1980s slasher type film. There was a mannequin and, you know, and all this stuff was happening, and it was only a short story. So it was nice and quick as well. So his writing is not overly gruesome from the ones that those two that I've read, but they can be a little bit at times. But I've heard other stuff that like that My Heart is a Chainsaw, that's not so bad apparently. So that might be one. If you want to say you've read a horror book, you can say that you've read him.
Well, I have read a lot of horror, and my issue with horror is not so much that it's gross, because I don't really care about that, or weird.
Yeah,
I more want explanations, and a lot of time in horror, it's not explained why the things are happening. We just have to kind of suspend a belief that this is what's happening, and I think it's because a lot of times they're from the perspective of the character, and the character doesn't know what's happening. So like how But my fantasy loving heart wants the world building that horror does not give me.
No,
and I just go,
no, you just
I want someone to tell me why. I just want someone. I don't care. You could do literally anything. I don't care what you do, but just tell me why.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I suppose like with most, because there's a lot of, as you were just saying with that that last one we were just talking about, there's a lot of reference to slasher films on that, and you just dropped into a situation and you just have to accept it is what it is, and there's nothing else to the explanation. So that is the premise of most horror movies and even books.
It is the premise, and I just want to know why. Like, just tell me why. And there's some horror that does do that. The Weight of Blood is a great example. Horror. I love The Weight of Blood. I gave it 5 stars because there was very much like a full arc in that story. Like what's going on, and I loved it. I absolutely adored it. 5 stars. So there is some horror that I like. I just really want it to be explained. But I know that's not common in the genre. Like it's not. It's actually like not common. So, which is why I just kind of go, what am I going to be reading for October? Smut.
Getting dirty a different way.
I went a different direction.
Yes. Fair enough.
And for those who don't like horror or want to read smut horror, which I've also discovered is a thing, I made a readathon for you. You're welcome.
I think it's going to be fun.
I just want to do something low key because after the amazing readathon, I was dead. So I was like, this is going to be very low key. Just read what you want, and we'll just have fun. Like there's literally nothing to do. Like it's a very low key.
That's why my September TBR was like that. I pulled books off the shelf that had audio because I just needed to coast through September.
This is all for fun. We got to chapter 9 of Harry Potter 2 and finished my 9th square today, and got to chapter 43 in my audio since my son had to go do some homework. Nice. Worked on my reading journal. No worries. We are waiting the explanation, but no rush. Haven't got a TikTok account yet. I might only get it when I need to advertise my novel. That's fair. I do not have a, like, I do because I like scroll, but I don't upload to TikTok. I probably should because I make reels for Instagram, and realistically I could post them in both places. But that just seems like, I don't know, like Book Talk seems like a very obsessive place. And I just don't really know if I need to be there.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm just thinking about some of the ones that I've watched, and I'm like, do I need to be here? I don't think so.
I don't think I do.
Yeah.
I don't think I do, because a lot of times the really hyped novels, I think everyone is. Hyped novels, not everyone's going to love every hyped novel. So some of them I agree with hype, and some of them I'm like, it's fine. And you know,
I'm judging you from here.
I find on YouTube and BookTube, if I say that most of the time, people understand that, like, you can love a book, I can dislike it, or vice versa. I can love a book and you can dislike it, and we can all still be friends. I feel like over on Book Talk, that's less of a truth. Like,
yeah, it gets a little bit nasty over there, I think, sometimes. It doesn't matter what it is. What topic you're talking about, whether books or whatever, it gets a little bit heated. Yeah,
and I just don't know if that's what for my mental health I need to be doing.
Yeah, you know? It's great to watch it explode, but I don't need to be part of it. But if you do decide to do that, if you do decide to do TikTok and you're going to upload them to YouTube or Instagram, make sure you do them as separate entities, because there has been talk here on YouTube that they're actually not going to pay people for their shorts if they've just taken them from TikTok and put them up. So so just make sure that if you do upload to TikTok, you can put all your bits and pieces in there that you're on YouTube and all the rest of it. But if you upload to YouTube's the main one. I don't know so much about Instagram, but because YouTube is where I hang in social medias. But there has been talk about that they're trying to stop the cross posting and get people to actually put genuine shorts on YouTube. So if you do that, just make sure that you've got that file separate. You just don't share it.
Part of it is that YouTube likes to be kind of separate from everything else, but also they were the last to come to that style of video. So like everyone kind of went, well, we'll just put in both places, because why make more content? Like, just work smarter, not harder, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And now
they still make the same content. They just don't want the TikTok sticker on there. I guess is what they're trying to get away from.
That makes sense, especially with TikTok. Like, they don't own, like, they're owned by different companies. So like, why would they want it? Yeah.
Well, that's it. And if YouTube's talking about doing it, it won't be long before Facebook and 100%. Instagram do it as well. So
100%. Got my planner updated for next week. Okay. So to be clear, my frame of reference is very limited, but my guess is Melbourne. No.
Okay.
I know that you live rural. So that's why I was like, I don't know where you are, but I know it's rural. So I know that Melbourne is a city. So
I'm 3 hours from a city, but I'll make it easy for you because you probably won't guess, because in Australia we do have different dialects in different states, and they do sound a little bit different. And people have honestly not been able to pick where I'm from, because I was born and grew up in New South Wales. I am married to someone that is from Victoria, where Melbourne is, but I live in Queensland. So I have combined dialect, so I will swing in and out of and we have different meanings for different things from state to state. Nothing out of the ordinary. There's debate about things, so I will say different things that are predominantly New South Wales, but occasionally will reference something from Queensland, and then every now and again Melbourne pops into it as well, and so it confuses a lot of people. They can't pick exactly where I'm from because I'm a nomad.
There you go.
No, I'm definitely not from Perth.
Was that down here further?
That's down a little bit further. Just seen it pop up. At least I didn't guess Perth. It's right, the last one. Yeah. No, that's far too early for me to be on Brittany's sprints if that's the case, because they're 2 hours behind.
Oh yeah, really? I already feel bad I make you get up so early.
Oh no, you don't. Don't worry about it.
suggestion for Smuttober, Lady of Rooks Grove Manor. Jean, can you put this suggestion in the Discord so I can find it later? Because you love me so much. Pretty please. Thank you. I believe she's telling a story right now with some people, and she's throwing in all the horror movies. Some I know, some I don't. She brings up Friday the 13th a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
The Weight of Blood was fantastic. The Weight of Blood was great. Highly recommend. Also believe the main character, I said that weird, is a horror slasher writer also. I'm hoping I will like this book because I love horror movies. It's just confusing right now.
Well, I believe Stephen Graham Jones is around my age, maybe a bit older, maybe a touch younger. So Friday the 13th, it'll be a lot of 80s rep
80s.
and early 90s rep usually in his because of the age.
Right.
Grew up in like, in my opinion, the golden years of slasher films was the 80s and early 90s.
Yeah, for sure. Book Talk does give hostile vibes.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's why I've kind of
I'll just watch on the outside and watch you all eat each other, and we'll just hang over here.
Exactly. I'm gonna stick to my YouTube. Instagram tends to be pretty jolly, and that's kind of where I chill out, you know.
Yeah.
And I tried to do Twitter for a while, and then I was like, this is just not my jam. And now
No.
it's like a hot mess. So like, no wonder it's not my jam any longer. So.
Yeah. I don't even understand what's going on over there right now. It's just all over the place.
Last thing I heard on the news this morning was that soon you're going to have to pay just to have a Twitter, apparently. Like a monthly fee. And I'm like, well, most people are going to be like, goodbye.
See ya.
Because certainly I will not be paying.
Does that mean that then Instagram threads will start to go berserk because all the Twitter bites will come over to that because it's the same sort of principle?
Probably. Yeah. I feel like Threads was really popular for 3 days.
That was about all that I was on it for. And then I sort of went,
and then nobody cared anymore, and nobody went on it anymore. Or at least not very often. Like it just seems like I follow so many people because Instagram just like connected everybody, and I'll go in and like in a 24-hour time period, there's like 6 threads from like I'm like, I don't
why did we even bother? Yeah.
Yeah. And I usually wait to jump ship to a new social media account because I know this is what it's like. There was one a little while back, I think it was like Honeycomb or something like that. Everyone in Sprints one day was like, did you get a honeycomb? And everyone was putting it in their stories. And I was like, I'm going to wait and just see how long this happens. Yeah. And for 2 days, I heard a lot about it. And then I never heard about it again.
Yeah. There was another one that was similar to Facebook as well. I can't even remember what it was. I think it was called Me or something.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, that was like a flash in the pan. Like there was a lot of cross stitches that went over. Oh, I'm going to do it over here now. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah. I went over, had a look and went, yeah, that's just Facebook 2.0. Like,
yeah, I just really, I need it to last more than a few days before I join the bandwagon. I did with Threads because I was like, well, maybe because it's attached to Instagram, it might. And it was easy to set up because it really connected with your Instagram. Like I didn't have to do a whole lot. And I was like, well, that's fine.
I did the same thing. So. And the other one is that's supposed to rival YouTube is Rumble. Is the next one that they say. And there's a lot of people because it's monetizing earlier. Like you can get monetized pretty much straight away over there. I've downloaded a couple of my videos off YouTube, my popular ones, and put them over there. I did get a little bit of traffic off it, but nothing like YouTube.
Yeah, that's true. So. I don't necessarily, there is in the romance, I feel like the fantasy, it can go both ways. I feel like fantasy can also be a controversial sector.
Fantasy people are passionate about their, like, God forbid you say something about a book. Whew.
Certain authors can be very, like if you say anything against a certain author, people will get upset. I personally, here's the thing. You can love an author and their work, and I can not like it as much, or vice versa. And I don't see any reason to get up in arms about that. Just me. But the more you put out content, the more you realize that not everyone will agree with that statement. There was one author in a fantasy book where I read the book, and I gave it 3 stars, which is not a horrible rating. And I got attacked for giving a book a 3-star rating. And I went, well, then I'm done. Because I'm not going to continue. Like, I'm not going to, well, I might read it, but not talk about it. But I'm not going to read those books if you're going to be mad that I gave it a 3-star. Because, like, a 3-star is not really.
It's not a bad book. It's a book that you can read and still enjoy. It's, if it was a 1-star, okay.
Yeah, then I didn't like it. Even a 2, I'd be like, okay, I'm saying I didn't like it. But I mean, a 3 is not bad.
No, that's just a run-of-the-mill book. It's, some people will thoroughly enjoy it. For me, it wasn't my cup of tea, and I'm still giving it a fair rating. So
people were not happy with me about that. So I went,
they would have had a polite.
Yeah, I just was like, I'm just not going to continue to read these books. At least not on my channel. Like, I might read them.
Yeah, no, that's where we have the choice to make those decisions.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I probably will still
about on. Yeah, like I mentioned that I'm reading Wheel of Time, but I've stopped talking about the books because there's certain aspects of the books that I'm not overly fond of, and I just don't need gatekeeping.
Yeah, Wheel of Time's one of them, because I know Cassidy from Covers with Cassidy was doing the read along from Wheel of Time, and also was like giving like 3-star ratings and got very much a lot of backlash in the comments, and I was like, that seems unnecessary. Like, yeah,
like each to their own. Like, and considering when the books were written too, a lot of language and stuff has changed since then, and growth as a human race has changed since then, and like some of the parts I read, I'm like, really?
Yeah.
I thought we moved on from this.
Yeah, exactly. Lemons 8. Yeah, I remember. There's so many that like just come for like 2 days and then they're gone. So I tend to wait until something's been around for at least a few weeks before I find.
There used to be one similar to Facebook called Stitch Talk, and it was where all crafters used to go, and that was back in 2009 to 2013. It was around, and then the guy that owned it got sick and had to take a step back, so he shut it down and then tried to bring it back, and it just didn't have the same effect as it was the first time. Like, I met some amazing people through that I was still friends with today. Some have passed on and stuff like that, but yeah, it was really good because we could get in there and we wouldn't get, what's this crap about, like when Facebook was sort of taking off and people were quite nasty. Well, they still are. I just avoid those places now.
Right. Yeah. I don't even know what Mastodon is, so clearly I've been living under a rock.
I'm right there with you because I have no idea either.
Sometimes I just go, I don't know if it's because I'm not paying attention or if I'm just older.
I don't know.
And I don't know what the answer is sometimes. Do I just not associate with younger things? I don't know. Maybe it's that I'm not paying attention, which is very possibly true, that I'm not paying attention.
I don't really pay attention to the things either, so.
No, I really don't.
Sometimes they get on my radar, but I don't actively seek them.
No, me neither. Got Mastodon, but never use it. If Twitter dies, I'll probably go to Threads. Same. Like, especially since I've already set it up. Like, it's already there. And honestly, though, I don't really use Twitter. I would hazard to guess that I have not posted on Twitter for 2 months at least. Like, it's not a place that I said.
I'd have to look. I think it'd be at least 6, maybe even 8 months for me.
So it's not a place. So if it dies, I will not be missing out on much because I
won't be mourning. No,
I don't use it very often. It's certainly not a place where I spend a lot of time. But yeah, This I do. I do tend to use Twitter to find out information. Like during the hurricane that we just had, like I'm always checking like the power company's Twitter or, stuff like that, because that tends to be where you get like the most up to date information. Like Halifax Fire, their Twitter, like all of that stuff always has the most up to date stuff because they can just put it out really quickly. So this is true. I do tend to like watch Twitter for stuff like that, especially. But I'm sure I can find another way to find that information.
And
if I need to.
as was just said, they'll probably just go over to Threads anyway.
Right. Exactly. I'm sure they'll switch because I can't see like public places paying to have a Twitter. Like that doesn't make sense to me. This is going to be the last sprint though, and I will see everyone in 45. Hello. I'm literally 5 seconds from finishing my thumbnail. Just one moment. I was like, I'm just adding the last little thing. And then I'm done, other than exporting and uploading, which is a whole other
That's a whole other day.
So I'm done, but like I'm not done. But the things that are not done, I have no control over. It's just me letting the computer do its thing for however long
I
it
was
takes.
so happy last week when they came and fixed the internet. I uploaded a video. It was a 15-minute video. It took 4 minutes to upload.
That's lovely.
And then the 30-minute one that I uploaded on BookTube took 10 minutes. So I was pretty happy about that.
That is very good. I have found that with this new computer, I can export really quickly. So my old computer would take, for like let's say a 30-minute vlog, it would take over an hour to 2 hours to export. That kind of thing. And now it exports in like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 7, under 5. And that's big. Like that's hours.
That's huge. That's massive. Because in that 2 hours now you can get it exported and uploaded and the thumbnail done.
Right. So I was hesitant to get a new laptop, but I really did need one. But it's an expense. It's an expense. They're not cheap. To get a good computer that has the editing and all that. But you know what? Ever since I got it, I have not regretted it.
No. Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, cutting down on the amount of time that it takes. And also there were so many times with my other laptop where something would happen to the footage because the computer would screw up or what have you. And I was constantly having to fix things for hours. And there's 4 hours wasted, right? So, having reliable products is huge, right?
Yeah, well, my daughter, as you know, just started university, and they have an app where they can get cheap software and all that sort of stuff to help them get through uni and all that sort of stuff. She didn't need a new computer because we just recently got her one, but my husband was in desperate need for a new one because he was sitting there trying to edit because he has a YouTube channel as well. Yeah. And he's trying to edit and all that sort of stuff. And it was just taking forever. And I'd come out, edit 2 videos and walk back in. He goes, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm finished." And then he's like, "What?" I said, "You need a new computer. You need to get rid of your dinosaur because your computer doesn't have the running capabilities of running the software, exporting and uploading." And so we took it upon ourselves when she got that app and just got it for him as a late Christmas present. And basically he's like, he's now putting up videos 1 a week, and he's editing 2 or 3 at a time. So it makes a huge difference having equipment. Yeah,
it really does. And I kept looking at my sprints and I was like, oh, the webcam is so horrible with my old laptop because it was, it was old. So, and I couldn't do this, like edit while streaming. That was never going to happen on the old one. Or never. It could not handle such a thing. It was taxing the old lady much too much, that laptop, trying to do that. So happy to have something new. No problem, Dr. B. And you are definitely not going to bed like an old woman because I'm about to do the same thing. I'm like, good night. Bye-bye. Farewell, friend.
I could do a nap. It's only 11 o'clock in the morning. I could do a nap.
Easily.
I finished my section of the diamond painting too in that one. I didn't read any because I was on the phone, but we're making progress.
I'm going to make you solo so people can see.
Okay. So that's where we are right now. I've still got all that top row to do, but by the end of the month, this whole thing will be finished. I'm just doing one little section each day. So I did down here in the jack-o'-lantern today. So yeah. And if anyone joins me on Friday, we'll have more.
It looks absolutely fabulous.
I'm really thrilled with it.
Oh, it looks so good. So good.
Thank you.
Read a few chapters and heading to bed. Good night. Good night. Also heading to bed. It works out that it was the last sprint. So now everyone can go to bed early, have a nice sleep. Nicole can actually start the day a bit more because it's only 11.
I'm always up for a good procrastination.
Right. Thanks. Good night. Have 25 minutes left on my audio. Oh, are you going to stay up? I am. It depends on the book. If I am dying to finish a book, I will stay up. But there's not that many books that I sacrifice sleep to finish. Probably because I read so many, I'll just be like, oh, I'll just finish it tomorrow. There's a handful of books that I would not do that for, but I'm not one to be like, oh, I'm close to I'll just finish it in the morning. Got to page 50. I think the only horror slasher film that's missing from this book is Chucky. Maybe you just haven't hit it.
Yeah. Hang tight. We're going to mention
right. A couple of chapters might hit it. Just finishing up square number 12. Going to get a couple more done before bed. Am I the only one confused by bookstagrammers who only post pictures of books and or pictures of them holding books, but they never actually talk about reading?
No, I've had a thought about that too, but we won't go there.
No, I understand what you're saying. I really do. You do. You need a good computer to do the bookstagram or in the booktube and all the things. When you're working with equipment that doesn't work, it's so frustrating, and it just causes you more frustration than necessary. For some reason, I think it's car content.
It is, yeah. He's look at you go, knowing stuff.
I know, myself.
So his channel is his channel is in my opinion junk, but anyway. If you go and look at it, you'll go, I understand why you're saying that, because to anybody that doesn't know cars, they would look at it and think it's just a pile of rubbish, because he is collecting a lot of stuff for classic cars and whatnot. So it does look like a lot of junk. So there'll be panels missing off cars and all that sort of stuff. But he does a lot of car content, and he's a tow truck driver. So sometimes he'll take you out with him and stuff like that. And yeah, he just rambles on. Very ADHD channel, if that makes any sense. Yeah. A friend of ours was watching it, and her husband was in the background, and he sort of like stuck his head around the corner and goes, by any chance is he ADHD? And she goes, oh, I think he is. And he goes, yeah, we can smell our own. Because he's ADHD.
We can see our own people.
His own people, and because he flits from one thing to another, and he just doesn't he doesn't finish anything, which is a classic trait, so we just live with it.
Got to page 8 in my book. Thanks for the sprints. I will see you on Thursday for the daytime sprints, and Nicole has got you for nighttime sprints. I will not be going right up to Nicole's like I did last week. This week I'm only going to be going for 4 hours, but the week after I will go right up to Nicole's, and we'll do a seamless pass off the baton.
Sprint relay.
Exactly. Gonna finish it tonight. It's about 9:45, so I can do it no problem. That's the thing with time zone. It's different for everybody what time it is. Watching TV. Good night, everyone. Have a good week. See some of you later on in the week. It won't happen because she mentions final girl for the films. The main character in the Chucky is a boy, while all of the films mentioned in the book have female main characters. That does make sense now that you say that. Thank you so much, everyone who has been here reading with us, hanging out with us, doing whatever you've been doing, chatting, lurking, whatever you've been doing. Thank you so much for hanging out with us this evening for the very chaotic Tuesday sprints that you rolled up to this evening. You know what? It was a fun
At least we were all in the sort of same headspace. So
we really were. I don't know what happened. Well, I do. We're all tired, and we went down the hill. But we got some stuff done. Again, if you aren't subscribed to either Neva or Nicole, they are in the description box below. And we will both see you at some point on Thursday or Friday if you are in Australia. So I will see everyone then. Have a good night.